okayfm 101.7.
Honorable Ekow Assafuah, a PRO, Emma Ministry of Education. Now, was saying incoming MP for Otafo Pankrono constituency of the New Patriotic Party. Honorable Memoache.
Kwame, Mejoso.
Nabakodia.
Namedia say that an opay the Makaka and some. Okay, the year 2000. And Quadano Mukuskua, or more class, and no more yardian. When is everybody in Niger school?
Are they?
Or medical says a Bobby, but you must Quadano one and yardia.
I just say, I then one goes was yes, it will be, but
Madame Fubiam in Waterful, or one of the delegates, they be a Missianoa. I dear Bako DJ school, I made a sereno. So, Uja school and any acquaint when audio, or then I'm sorry.
A bonus one.
A bonus one.
Oh, you know, Menam, a tafo, Methodist a son anymore. Adequacy, Olumbo, Ubuasio.
Yes.
I'm for I. They said, yeah, I have my Jumpa, honorable, the most handsome honorable. Ebe one. Yeah. Now, Mammy Mampania Cassa. Edia Anima Guaquem. Nasa woo Timu be Mamma. School no. One may be. Namo famoso in Shebe and Moye.
Kwame, my friend, check a see from what you phone and His Excellency the President of the Republic, and the Tanko Kufado. And your money na Ekasai, and in fact, Osha, this is his 16th address to the nation after the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic. And across the globe, everybody is touting the president's acumen as far as the leadership strategies are concerned in combating coronavirus. Watch say, or your contemporary politician, he understands the 21st century needs and prospect of an African country like Ghana. And the Yamanamo near Danase, no Jumedia Wadi. Ubimpa Ankobeka Semeshe Amanane, a Krokra, Akasiaka Sebi to say Canada, US, the European countries, to check whether they have opened their airports. And as a Bibisa, name you could see clearly quite a larger number of these countries, no, almost Shedem BB, almost airports. I know Canada will be reopening almost airports to non-citizens and as immigrants to Canada somewhere after 30th of September. In Ghana, to make the sole decision, just on my opinion in the oil. Now, in the case of a year education, I work for the Busa stakeholders in the Ghana education in Ebusa. Then now, my opinion, Kasano, on my head, from the nursery, Ubia, na Kwada to Tafewa, one nursery, no more primary school, that is from P1 to P6, and a junior high school 1, and a senior high school 1. No. We have deferred their reopening to a year 2021, January. What it means is that Akwadebia will follow within this category. Now, parents, our foreign guidance should be able to know, say, so and now Akwadebia or nursery or primary 1 to primary 6, and a junior high school 1 to senior high school 1, that child will be staying home. Ne Suku, no, we have postponed it. I defer the reopening of those schools, no, to next year, January 21.
And now, Casano, Yam she a prayer at tea and Yam movie, Yam she, quite did you?
I catch them offline or send a man. They said, because sometimes even by 9 o'clock, no, I found a second tea and son. But, the good aspect of that is when I say for some time you have enough time to interact with Wakoda. I mean, I will be no Akwame. Sometimes from Monday to Friday, none the bapa and then I say dim komosi no nyabi. Because of work schedules here and there. And see, it's an opportunity, but I mean, you can't do anything about it. Nobody also anticipated say they will come up with a coronavirus. Now, apart from that, more SHS2 and junior high school 2 and GSS 2. Now, the president says those people are supposed to be in school from the 5th of October to 14th of December. Necessary to be. Awofua and as a guardians, Amomba, junior high school 2 and GSS 2. Now, almost our senior high school 2 and as a SS2. Now, the president has directed, based on the recommendations of the committee that was formed by the Minister of Education, Honorable Dr. Matepuku Prempeh, that recommendations, and has suggested, those people are supposed to go to school, that is junior high school 2 and senior high school 2, Omoko school on the 5th of October to 14th of December. Now, Kwame, what it means is Asudia Babeta, the Ghana Education Service, Ministry of Education, so to prepare the grounds. Asana Kwadayako school and said they be a no when the universities were going to school when senior high school 3s and a good track senior high school 2 so kono no na pepe ne be no before San Kwadane be kono we are going to fumigate all schools across the country. You be fumigate spray to make sure that the school is safe, the school is clean, the school is healthy. For any school for local, so that
private school for so can wrong.
No do.
Oh, Bibi said, now then a young far junior high school 1 now come because 1 for this one to say 2 for year, and as a issue of congestion here.
Absolutely. See the kaka say man papers, and that is why the president was even specific that even in classes more than 30, it shouldn't happen. I mean, the administration of the school should make sure say junior high school for and as a classroom be about 25 and a senior high school so be about 30. And so the president was specific and clearly he knew what he was doing and that's what he was talking about, just to ensure the congestion ember on our various schools. And one of the cardinal things I think that we need to really note. Now, apart from that, Oman Peninsuka said, as part of the preparations, every child is going to be provided with a reusable nose mask. And now the corner, she said, senior high school 3-4 beko and gold track for no beko. Yama will be a reusable nose mask. So no man pennies was a kind of pepe. Say Yama will be a reusable nose mask. And sana what to me akusuku. Just to respect fully the COVID-19 protocols. Now day schools and I say day students and so omon beko. Oman penise omono de almost be free school and also be free fee and akusuku said DBIA no. Now again Kwame Obekaya before Edna State of the Nation and as a state of address Oman Penima no Edna Society Mobile say University of Cape Coast and University of Health and Allied Sciences technical universities and some other colleges are be about a week ago no so we can final examination those plans are still in place and until we say for and also need to say for these universities are both the College of Education and Technical Universities, University of Cape Coast and University of Health and Allied Sciences, almost a bit maybe on academic year, said in the sector of education, and these were some of the things that Omampanika Wasam and Rada and when he spoke to the people of Ghana. I'll start with his fellow Ghanaians, I also end with his fellow Ghanaians.
And you better say, pa, you better say, na eyi ba kwa nkofo bisa ne say ye teacher fo ye ba kwa chen kwala de say ye front line workers.
Kwame na unze ba ku bi kura yake ma me fa shimu asema ba front line workers ho o man panyu so say omo wo junior high schools no they be mo bia one hot meal they said they started yema GSS 3 form school unse for the first time in this country whereby meals are provided to every child whether public school or private schools. And so when you come to a constituency like Otafo, private schools that are in Otafo, like the Pankono SDA, the Noble Prince, and the others, Imamo, Good Shepherd, all those schools, no. Omampeni, Ashe, say all these schools, because at the time the started CBB schools, some of the complaints that Omampeni was that Sebi and Kodano Buhana and Kakra women and all that. And that is what he has repeated yesterday in his address when he was speaking to the people of Ghana. Said, junior high school for whether private or public, or we now yes, said Timubio, we are going to give them one hot meal. Said they be a new Kwame, with issue of online workers, I know say it was on a lighter note anyway, but for us at the Ghana Education Service, we appreciate so much the hard work of our teachers in our various schools. Over here, for some time, about 4 or 5 months, most of our teachers, and a long break, as compared to more colleagues private schools are sebi most of the private schools are on its knees because there's no amount of money to be able to pay those teachers. In their case, it is different. Whilst they are on long break, we are still paying them to teach any offer car kusuku. All those cars no offer, and so some amount of savings have been made, and it is our firm belief even though it would be proper say you bet me a cushion or additional allowances or anything, but be that as it may, if there is an absence, we hope they have been able to save enough for them to be able to take up the task ahead. And the show moon crying near Domasi to make so much about the Ghana Education Service over the period, and we hope yes, indeed their frontline workers at the Ghana Education Service, but their frontline means that they are adding some substance to the lives of the ordinary child we have in this country.
Ayi, mama we private schools na wo kwala nurse no wo so kra no wo so wo teachers ne subject teachers wo no wo tua kaya na edin nti we ababa ko wo moa kakra na ana hot meals nso no wo mo asese ye bia junior high school too a wo so ye private schools no aban ebe yo mbibi.
Kwame, when you say hot meals, it cuts across students and our pupils and the staff also. So, Mampanisha say a church for you now, so you form one kahon. Into Yoba Otafoa, I know all teachers in our private schools and public schools, they are fed as part of the directions from the president. Now, the private schools also with the leadership. And I hope if the leadership feels aggrieved or have some concern to be Ghana Education Service to need to deal with those concerns more and more. Why not? The doors of the Ghana Education Service led by Professor Pokwa Bankwa is opened for some of these discussions. And I think in such instances, there will be an open discussions to see if we can resolve something or have some conclusion so that we can recommend that to the President and Cabinet. If they so approve the recommendations from the Ghana Education Service, if the leadership it will convince the Ghana Education Service, why not? We always do it. And I'm sure President say or none there the preoccupation as far as the government is concerned is to make sure we will better the loss of the people.
Na mama we we say nipa bi o wa bo say junior high school for bia JHS 2 for amobe wo mo kwala akora nurse bia be 15 she say kwara no kora be say school fees bi no wo mo de ba esua mo sa was subject teachers no ne ade ade nti we no nyina no they can put their request across na minister na hwe de on be
Absolutely. We say yedi kan say because we are not in ordinary times, we cannot be using, we cannot be doing the old things, because you cannot use state resources to fund private businesses, because the schools are private entities, and these schools, run their business or run their schools for profit purposes. In instances when they get profits, they don't give it to the government. I mean, it is for their own consumption. But for the first time, where we are using state resources in such regard, it's because the president believes that the children, and I say more those private schools, are also property of the state. I mean, the production, and I say the labor force is one that is also worthy of emulation. Mampeni recognizes that fact, and that is why for the first time, Mampeni is using state resources to one way or the other cater for private businesses for that matter. And so, one of the germane concerns are I mean, say a problem. And so, because we are not in ordinary times, it is a germane concern that I think that the Ghana Education Service may look at it. Measure on leadership in Ukraine said they should quickly take steps at the Ghana Education Service level, so that if it merits proper discussions and proper recommendations, we will be able to do that from the level of the Ghana Education Service.
Madam Asiano Pay Mira.
Senior, Mr. Medase, the host, and I said the president of the morning shows. Bonfire 2030. Bobian on your day. Emma. Now, what I will show.
Medase, and obey.
Mr. Medase.
Okay, 101.7 Senior Yera Ekow Vincent Assafuah, PRO, the Ghana, Mr. Minister of Education, and you know, we train common.
OKFM 101.7.